I'm going to pan the audience. In the United States, when you mention America's pastime, everybody thinks of the sport of baseball. It's been around for many centuries, and every year it's been evolving more and more as time goes by. Baseball started out with little equipment. There was no batting gloves. There was no helmets. Basically, all you had was bats and gloves, and it's been evolving over time. The biggest thing that has evolved throughout baseball would be the bats, from wood to metal, and every year the metal bats getting better and better, more and more powerful. Some people say that they love metal bats. Some people say that they hate metal bats because there's too much power involved in them and they are dangerous. I played the sport for many years of my life, and I do not agree with the use of metal bats. I think that they're unsafe and should not be used. I think that they should be banned. I'm going to further talk about metal bats and the danger that comes along with them. Mentioned by John Crosswell on Livestrong.com. Metal bats were invented in 1924, but not publicly processed or used by the public until the 1970s. The companies are working on these bats every year to make them better and better and progressively stronger, and they increasingly go up in price every year as well. On the Texas Longhorns website, their home run total has been increasing every year. In 2006, they had a total of 43 home runs for the combined for their team. And a year later, after their entire team had bought the New Year's models bats, as well as every other college, their home run total went from 43 in 2006 to 69 home runs in 2007, which is a big increase. Some may say that it's the players because they're bigger and stronger, but the bats have something to do with it. It's not just players. These bats generate a large amount of power and a large amount of dangerous power. Lately, the force from the bat is becoming too much for the fielders to handle and be able to see, especially for the pitchers being so close and with little reaction time. It's becoming very dangerous for them to see the ball off of a metal bat. The main problem with metal bats is the safety issue. Pitchers can't get out of the way in time. When the ball is hit off of a bat, it comes at 375 milliseconds for them to react, so it's very little reaction time. ESPN Sports Science claims that a ball pitched 90 miles an hour hit off of a metal bat comes off at 108 miles per hour, and it comes with a 4,000 pounds of force, which is a lot of force for a ball to be coming at you. It's not just professional athletes, it's not just college athletes or high school athletes, it's also young children as well. And an example of young children being hit with a baseball as you can see, it's very dangerous, and many kids get hurt. Batters that get hit with balls, people may say, batters that get hit with balls from a pitcher may say that's dangerous, but the batters do have a helmet and they have a lot more protection, and the ball's coming in a lot slower. But the other way around, when the ball comes off of the bat, it comes a lot faster, and there's a lot less reaction time for the fielders and pitchers to be able to react to it. Stated by USA Today, George Ortiz and the National Center for Catastrophic Injury, From 1983 to 2009, there was 52 catastrophic injuries that took place in baseball up to the college level. And there was 42 catastrophic injuries that took place in football up through the college level, which football is supposed to be considered a contact sport and baseball is not. So there is a big difference in numbers there between the sports. People say it's not the bat, that it's the players, and that it's the college players getting stronger and stronger every year, and that's the reasoning for it. But as I just showed in the video, it also happens at kids for a young age. For an example, from SouthOrangePatch.com, there was a little leaguer named Steven Donalowski who was hitting the chest from a ball off of a bat, and his heart stopped, and he cannot eat by himself. He cannot go to the bathroom by himself. He can't walk by himself. He's almost like a vegetable, and his parents are trying to sue the bat companies because they're saying that these metal bats are unsafe. But these kids have no other choices but to use the bats in the leagues that they play in because metal bats are not banned. And this is a very terrible event, but unfortunately this isn't the only time it's happened. It's happened with many other cases. And people continue to pay big money for bats year in and year out for their children, and they keep becoming more and more dangerous as the years go on. So the money being spent on these bats, it doesn't seem logical for them to be spending money on something that's that dangerous. As I said, there's two sides to every story. There's people who agree with metal bats, and there's people who want metal bats to be banned because they're dangerous. And with the many statistics and examples that have been given, it doesn't seem right for metal bats to be used. While sports are played for everybody to want to win the game, it's not worth using a metal bat. It can be resolved by going back into the sport's history using a wooden bat. It's just a game, and it needs to be played the right way and the safe way.